Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota Zone 4 and it is May 30th and this is my weekly garden tour number 5. So I've been busy getting things planted. I tried something different this year. I kept the pots in the ground just in case if this doesn't work out. So I went with lots of coleus, purple fountain grass, and all of this cotton that you're seeing. Sorry, I'm just waiting for that truck to pass. That's what my trees drop. So when people talk about messy trees, this is pretty messy. This is what happens when you bunch it up. The seed pods are starting to fall too. But look at all this. And the thing that happens is when it gets wet, it gets very sticky. And that just makes it even messier. But to me, all trees are messy at some point in their life. You've got the fall when they're losing their leaves. You have the pine cones, pine needles. But they're awesome shade trees, so unless if they're diseased, they're not coming down. I think I had a quote for it would be at least 10,000 to take both those trees down. My tree here is starting to bud out. The bees absolutely love this. All this cotton here makes mowing difficult because if it gets in your throat, it's like having a tickle that you can't get rid of for a long time. It's scratchy. It's supposed to be 80 today, so the heat is finally starting to come. It's supposed to be 88 tomorrow. On Monday we had another huge rainfall. I would say it had been around 2 inches just because my backyard was a lake. I'll be weeding today, so it'll be definitely easy to do that. Everything's so wet. This is my columbine. Solomon seal looks great. This bed is starting to look really good. So I'm very happy that both ferns came back, at least in this garden. This just fell on me. That's the seed pod that falls from my trees. Hakanakloa grass. I'm very amazed that this even came back with the winter that we had. Most of these I still have tags by, but there's one that there isn't a tag by, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. That one right there. So if any of you know what this is, please let me know. Isn't that gorgeous? I love those ruffle leaves. I know there's one next to it, but that's really unique too. Even look at the veining in there. So in this video I'm just going to do just the tour on my perennial beds. And then I will do a video on some of my containers. I would say hopefully by next week. I don't have all of them planted up, so I'll do a full tour on that. Snow on the mountain here. Let's fill in nicely. And then I'll also do a tour on my vegetables and what I've planted and what I will be planting. So I'll break it up so it's not too long. Bush honeysuckle. I think this down here is rabbit damage. This one is called Giant Hosta. That is its name. I'm very happy that this one looks better. The other day I came out and it was all just laying over. So I'm not sure what happened with that. But it's finally, I think this is gorgeous. I want to say it's Crossa Regal. I love that vase shape. Because there's that one. And that one. But I'm glad it's standing back up. I was a little worried. I was wondering if a rabbit had gotten in there. Mosquitoes are not out yet, but I have a feeling after this weekend they definitely will be. I haven't dug up any more sod yet. It's been so wet. I'm hoping by Monday. And then I'll be able to get through here a little bit better. The only reason why I'm leaving this right now is because I kind of go back and forth in here with going to my rain barrel and watering stuff. I didn't want to be walking in mud. It's a little bit of an eyesore, but not for long. Sum and Substance ore there is just massive. Kind of looks like it's snowing, doesn't it? I'm going to start this way, work my way around. Hopefully the back isn't too wet. This is my climbing hydrangea. It's more of a ground cover right now. I think I'm going to leave it and see what it does. It has never bloomed for me. I think it's been here for 5 years. The hostas seem to have really popped and put on a lot of height. They look really good. I love Lily of the Valley. They have a beautiful scent. They're a thug though. I'm going to have to see what I can do in there. I love the color on this one. And the leaves. That's really neat. These hostas have definitely filled in very nicely. I think this one is called a Beekwood drinking gourd. Komodo dragon. I was expecting more sun today, so hopefully it comes out a little bit more. I have a lot of weeding to do, so please just kind of ignore that for now. And I love to weed. I find it relaxing just sitting there, and plus the gardens look so much better when it's done. I'm really surprised at this stuff because it has to be a huge thug, because right now this is mainly mulch in here. There was at least 5 inches of mulch that I put in this area for weed control, so must like something. Then this one back here, I know last year, remember when I was talking about Empress Wu, just mushy and everything, I left her. She looks really good this year. Not quite as big as what she normally does, but I'm just happy she came back. Let's see. I don't know if that's the sun. I don't have much sun right now, but that looks like some variegation in there. Huh. I wonder if that's a sport. I'm still leaving this. I know all of you kind of told me what you think it is, so we'll see. Sorry, cotton got in my face. Just make sure I don't get it in my mouth. And then this plant right here, I love it. I love the color, but you can see there's some, hopefully you can see back here. It's not too aggressive in my area. Zone 4 is a very tricky zone, very cold in the winter. Cold winters and warm and humid summers. At least no wind today, and I can always tell when my turbine's not going. I still think I'm going to have to, sorry, the cotton's falling in my eyelashes, and that's, okay, better. I think I'm going to have to move this one because it is really crowding out that astilbe. That's gorgeous. My only issue is right next door to it is an Asiatic lily. And I don't think this is enough room in here for this one. So I'll have to think where I want to put that. I think I have an idea. I think by the side of the house where some of my hostas are a little bit smaller, I might just kind of shift them around. Sedum looks really good. I'm still thinking about what to put back here. I want something with a broad leaf and maybe a red or purple color for the leaf. This is kind of a part sun area, very wet, so I'm kind of thinking ligularia. I don't know yet. I was going to do a shrub, but there's not many shrubs that take those kind of conditions. Mock orange doesn't have any blooms on it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any this year. I might give it a really good trim and think about moving it somewhere. Back here is my Baptisia. That's starting to put on some height. I will definitely be picking some rhubarb. Can't wait. Let's see if I can see down here. I think the Joe Pye is just starting to emerge. That is definitely a late emerger. All those purple shoots. Clematis has definitely gotten some height in there. I'm very happy that came back. Oh, that one too looks like it's starting to cling on. I'm hoping all of these varieties bloom on new growth, because then at least I'll get some blooms this year. If it's old, well, at least it survived, right? This is milkweed back here. Most of these perennials in here can take boggy soil, so I'm not too overly concerned. The only one that I am concerned with is the peony. So that usually ends up suffering. So far it's doing okay. And my honeysuckle looks fantastic. It's gonna have lots of blooms. This little shrub is coming along nicely. I'll give it a good trim once it's actively growing. This is the garden that I really have to weed in. I'm not surprised. It's a newly planted one. Last year was the first year I planted it, and it takes a little bit. This peony finally looks pretty good. I have, I think, at least 6 or 7 blossoms on it. I have some dead down there. I'm pretty sure it was from the cold, but the rest of it survived. That's really neat. It's Ito peony. I have lots of coneflowers in this garden. This rose looks amazing. It's supposed to get about 3 feet tall, so I was hoping for a little more height with those. But it'll be its first full year. I was a little worried with the sedum because when I say we had a lot of rain, these were not fully underwater, but I would say there was at least 2 inches of rainwater sitting on top. And I know sedum definitely likes it drier. More cotton. Looks like little snow drifts. This bee balm looks really good. In the last few days, I will say that I have seen a lot more bees out here, lots of bumblebees, which is really good because right now I need them for my strawberries and raspberries. For a while there, I wasn't seeing many. Tree peony. If it blooms before my next tour, I will definitely get just a short video of it just to show you because I'm not sure how long they last. I'm very excited. More Baptisia, just a different kind. It's pink lemonade. Can't wait to see what that looks like. So you can see all the blossoms on here. I'm just going to turn you around. Oh, I can just do a quick video. I got my zinnias and some cosmos planted. It's whirligig zinnias and then xanthos cosmos in the front. It was a best day ever on Sunday. Lots of planting. It was pretty much from the morning to dark. And I did it because whenever I saw the forecast that we were going to get 1 to 2 inches of rain, I needed to get things planted. We've just been really wet here. I got this bed planted up. Some of the things look a little shabby, but this is Mexican sunflower torch. Nicotiana, I really liked it last year. Celosia. And then in front here is calendula. Again, it looks a little ratty, but I hope they look good. And then this is just ticking me off. Something keeps digging in here. I'm really sick and tired of the squirrels. They keep putting either corn cobs or food in there. I'm thinking I'm gonna shove little twigs around there, but I don't know. If you have any suggestions what you would do, I'm not gonna cover it, but and they have been a huge pain this year. And all my other flowers that need to be planted, some are extras like this right here, so I have some family members who will take them. This lilac is close to blooming. Let me get around my arch here. It's a bloomering lilac. The scent is so strong, but I love it. Finally, the hydrangeas look pretty good. It's taken them a little bit. This lilac is not my favorite. I wish I remembered what the name was. It's not a prolific bloomer. I mean, there's some on, but definitely not like the others. Because when you see all of this green here, it gets the same conditions as the other ones. It was planted at the same time as the other ones. I mean, when you look at this, there's just blossoms covering the entire shrub. Once this lilac's done blooming, I'm going to give it a good trim. It's getting just a bit too big. I love it, but it's going into my hydrangea right there. I just wanted to say a great big thank you to all of my subscribers. You have been awesome with your comments. I love hearing from you guys. It makes me feel really good, and it keeps me doing these videos. So it's wonderful to see all of them. And I do try to answer all of them. It takes me a little bit with my work schedule and just in between all my plantings too, but I definitely will get back to you guys. It's just, if you take the time to comment, I'm going to take the time to comment too. So hopefully you enjoyed this tour, and I can't believe it's the end of May. It's just unbelievable. So my next one will be June. I just feel like this is going so fast. But thank you all, and bye for now.